I mean, it says you've been waiting, so it says I'm live. I hope I'm live. I feel alive. 2 people are here. Be glad y'all couldn't see me a few minutes ago. I've been playing guitar. I almost missed the start of the start. Like I told you last week, you don't want to see or hear any of that shit. That's provided y'all even wanted to be here, not just people dropping in, wondering why they're watching some guy drink a cup of coffee. Not one backed out really quick. People don't want to watch me drink coffee. What the hell? I thought it would be entertaining. What's up, Brandy? Jake. Oh no, you must be one of those. That you just dropped in. You're like, what the hell am I doing here? How y'all doing today? Well, y'all should see the next level haters I'm getting. I understand haters if you're putting out mean shit, but when you're just telling jokes, I think that's weird that people say some mean shit. Good. One of you is doing good. Jake's probably shopping. Hey, Gia, what's up? Oh. No, I don't want to. What the hell? People bitches. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Terry. I hope that zit on my neck is not showing up. Oh, I know for sure. What is up, LA Dodgers? Man, I'm glad to see y'all dropping in here ready to talk. Oh, that's for sure, Terry. I already knew that. One of the hot topics right now is my earrings. You almost got fired from your waiter job. Messed something up? Notice I said mess and not the other word that I normally would have. Try not to lose my monetization today. Plus, I'm practicing for Facebook. I'm in trouble with them now. Won't be able to stay long. That's okay. I totally understand, Gia. Oh, I know. I love this shirt. Online, and I saw it at Walmart. Didn't think twice. I just bought it. What the hell? Oh, video finished uploading. Wow. Ain't that something? Hopefully, I have them reviewing because I'm sure it's AI that disrupted my stuff. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you'd like it. I would have felt bad if you got it and you went, eh. Oh, no, Jake, I drop F bombs on there. I see other people dropping them. That's not what I'm in trouble for right now. I've got them reviewing my page. AI said that I did something wrong, but I've scrolled back through and I can't find anything that they've taken down. Normally, if you do something wrong, yeah, you're right. That's why I sound kind of special sometimes when I'm talking because I'm censoring myself. Man, I don't know if these glasses are any better. Yeah, Facebook. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wear these. I can read the computer screen better. Yeah, Jake. Since I went pro, remember how funny you thought that was? Um, they said I did something wrong, so they've halted what the money I was making. So I have them reviewing. I mean, they're still gonna pay me what they owe me, but they're reviewing my account now, and hopefully they'll release that, and then that money that they owe me right now should double, if not triple, which would be really nice. But yeah, it says I did something wrong, but I scroll back through, and if you do something wrong, they take that video down, and I haven't found a video that they've taken down. So I'm guessing AI did something wrong or misguessed something wrong. So hopefully, when a human looks at my account, they'll release it. I mean, my account's not down. It's just they're not paying me right now. And that kind of sucks. But they're still paying me. They're still paying me better than what YouTube pays me. Boy, I was talking really fast there, huh? And what you think, Bobby? Whose fault was that? Oh, sorry, dude. I missed your part of the thing. Okay. Hang on a second. I'm sorry, I missed that. Now listen to this. This lady asked, it's like AKA Karen, told my manager that I brought her food cold. I was literally 5 feet from the chef. Yeah, dude, that's going to happen. That's just a Karen. That's just the way they work. I mean, Karens are going to bitch about everything and anything. So YT takes 70 cents off every dollar. Uh, it's something like that. Yeah. Uh, Actually, this last time they didn't take that much off of me, even though they did the time before. But this last time they didn't take as much. What is up, Big Nick? Hey, that's good, dude. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, on my 6 minutes channel, I'm catching a little hate too, all over my earrings. That's so 19. Look at that string sticking up on my damn shirt. I got OCD, so that shit bothers me. I guess it'll lay down. I'm in mid break, so I can't stay long. That's cool, dude. The fact that you dropped in, that's cool. Looks like we got people here ready to talk. Yeah, Brandy, that's how that works. That's like that lady that sued McDonald's because her coffee was hot. If they had brought you cold coffee, you would have lost your shit. And now you're going to complain because it's too hot. It's not their fault you put it between your legs and squeezed it. Oh, yeah, keep pulling that. I know, right? That's the thing about OCD. That's why my zits get out of control. If it hurts, I can't leave it alone. I got to mess with it until I cause a bigger problem. Or ingrown hairs like this right here. Uh, let's see. But yeah, I'm not gonna stop doing the shorts or my other videos. I don't care, there's people that get pissy and act like their opinion is the only opinion that matters and all that kind of silly stuff, but I don't care. I'm gonna keep doing what I do. I know there's a group of people that actually like it. Well, Terry, I would say throw it in the trash and just leave before you threw it at her because then you could get an assault charge. Believe it or not, I found out that if I squirted Jehovah Witnesses with a water gun for them knocking on my door, even though I have a no soliciting sign, that's considered, I can't remember if they said criminal mischief or assault. Can you react to Ghost Man? You know what, dude? I can do that because you're here on my live and everybody knows. Oh, shit. Everybody knows. I got you, dude. All right, so I got that. I hope, but not here. Oh, really? Oh, so y'all can throw shit at people there and not get an assault? I guess most other countries aren't wussies like here in America. Man, you already got peep stuff, dude. I still got, I think I still got one or two that you've asked for already. But that counts as a peep one right there because it's featuring peep. But go ahead, Terry, send me something. Don't send me a laundry list because you know I ignore that, or you should know that. I hate when people send like 20 songs. Go here, react to these. All right. So I got the Ghost Man. Dreams and Nightmares already on my list, dude. You asked for it. It's already on my list. I just haven't got to it yet. Boy, once Terry gets wound up, he starts talking. um, see? Dreams, I think I already did Dreams. I'm almost 100% positive I already did Dreams. You probably wouldn't like my opinion. Well, I think I liked Dreams, if I remember. if I remember. Hey, don't everybody else stop talking just because these two are asking for songs. Keep talking. You have to limit that stuff. Let's see. Lil Peep. Or is Dreams one that, um, every one of my peeps reacts? Wow, dude, that's cool. Because that's an ass load of reactions. So the fact that you know all of them, that's good. That's really good. I'm impressed. Yeah, Big Nick, I've got a couple of Billie Eilish. She doesn't do real well on my channel, even though people go, "Hey, if you react to Billie Eilish, you'll get millions of subscribers and views." Yeah, she doesn't do real good on my channel, but I do react to her because I do like her. So there's some on my channel. If you look through, you'll find them. Um, Thanks, Gia. I appreciate that. I like those too. Just when fanboys start dropping in on them, then it gets kind of to be a pain. I almost cussed, or I said bad words. Yeah, Brandy, he always has issues. So I never trip when he doesn't show up, because I know that he has issues with internet issues. Yeah, I'll stay out of that conversation. But anyways, back on the ranch. So yeah, my earrings have been a huge topic in my videos lately. People questioning my masculinity. They wouldn't do that face to face. Yeah, I guess they're safe on the internet talking that kind of shit. Ah, coffee's good. This is the best brand of coffee to drink. No, they are behaving quite well, especially since I'm not messing with them. It'll be next spring before we take them off. It's going to take her a while to settle down. I tried watching Dahmer. I got about halfway through the first one, or the first episode, and maybe a little more than half. It just wasn't that good to me. Sorry, reaction to Daxter alcohol. Yeah, dude, that song hits hard. Man, I like I told one of them people, I've worn earrings for 38 years. I've heard everything you can possibly say. And if I don't know you, your opinion of me doesn't mean anything at all. I mean, even the people I do know that have something to say, they don't say it very much, but every now and then you get comments. Like when my granddaughter paints my fingernails, she calls it paint my nails. She just paints my two middle fingernails. And every now and then somebody asks me at work, is that fingernail polish on your fingers? You're gonna feel silly getting your ass kicked by someone wearing fingernail polish, aren't you? They usually let it go. They can tell the difference between when I'm joking and when I'm not. But yeah, none of that shit's ever bothered me, especially during the 80s when I had long hair and wore eyeliner all the time, the earrings. I don't care what anybody got to say. I do what I want. And the funny thing is, two of the guys that were giving me the most shit were the most feminine looking fellows ever. Back in the 80s, the left ear was cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they said. But I've had both ears pierced since then. I have OCD that's about balance and shit. So, but yeah, that's what they said back in the day. If you wore it in your left ear, it was okay. Right ear, you were gay. My dad said that too. He had told me that he would rip them out. He didn't. My dad was like 5'10". I'm 6'1". I love my dad, but if he had tried to rip my earrings out, there would have been some issues. And then he told my brother, who's 3 years younger than me, well, if you're going to wear them, you have to do it yourself. You can't go get it done. So he went in the bathroom and pierced his ears with some of my studs. And that was that. Well, that's good, Terry. That's good to have that because most kids these days don't have that shit for their parents. That's good. That's a good thing. Once you grow up, move out, then it's on you. But as long as you're living under her roof, um, I haven't tried that one. I think it's on my list because people said that. That is exactly right. And it's not just their parents, Terry. Kids today don't have well, not all, because I do see some that do have respect, but a lot of kids these days don't have respect for anyone. Oh, I bet, Jake, especially at our age back then. Oh, yeah, that would definitely be a I think the thing that bothered my parents the most is when I told them that I didn't believe in God. Yeah, early 80s. Yeah, definitely, for sure. Yeah, it was 82 when I told my parents because I was raised in a religious home that I didn't believe anymore, and I gave them my reasons why. And they, as much as they hated it, it tore them both up. It is what it is. Yeah, underground punk was dope. Pro- Uh, I don't know who that is, so you'll have to clear me up on that one. That's something I gotta say about my mom. My mom is always oh UFC. I haven't man, I haven't watched UFC in so long. I didn't know who those fighters were. Last time I was watching UFC, like Rich Franklin, George St. Pierre, those guys were popular. So it's been UFC 280. Um, I went to UFC 69 in Houston, and I watched for another year or so after that, and then I just kind of fell out of it. Um, I did the whole Nikki Sixx Spike thing. GSP was uh, he fought in UFC 69. He fought Matt Serra and got his ass kicked. I think he underprepared or underestimated Matt, but and that was the main event if I remember correct. And Matt whipped his ass good. I've always liked him. Got a great question for me. Okay, I don't watch basketball, dude. Uh, I like to play basketball, but I don't watch basketball. Uh, oh wow, dude, that is cool. Uh, oh, dude, that you're talking about the rematch. I'm talking about UFC 69, the fight that I actually watched. It's a whole different thing when you come back. So there's a lot of fighters that outclass whoever kicked their ass before or at different times. In the I've seen some great shit. Like I didn't like Rashad Evans, uh, but I saw him knock a guy out, and I had my whole respect for him changed. He's one of the top 10 knockouts ever in the UFC history. He was more concerned about the guy than the fact that he won the match. So that was really dope. Um, yeah, Jake, my dad would have flipped shit. I mean, I was around him a lot of times, and it used to make me laugh because he was always telling me about all the classes he took in the military. And you'll never get by with me. You'll never be around me being on that stuff and me not know. And I'll be sitting there like, dude, the walls are breathing. But I really love my dad. Uh, and Matt is I wasn't praising Matt Serra. I'm saying GSP underestimated him in that fight for the record. I don't like Sarah at all. I've always liked him. And shit, I was trying to read his name. There's a handful of guys I like quite a bit. I've met some. When we went to UFC 69, we stayed in the same hotel at the fighters. So we got to meet quite a few. They're all super cool when you meet them in person. Uh, Terry, that kind of sucks, dude. I mean, I'm sorry that you're in that situation. As bad as my biological father was, I actually have some great memories. As much as he beat me and all the messed up. Oh wow, I almost dropped another F bomb and I caught myself. Woohoo! Um, all this messed up shit he did to me. I can't say it was all bad. There was actually some good shit. But I mean, it, but I know a lot of people that have had this or that are in your situation, dude. Oh wow. Yeah, I think I would have some issues with that, Jake. um, there you go. That's exactly what I would have done. Yeah, I wouldn't play that shit. Um, shit, I got all y'all just started dropping a bunch of great comments that I needed to respond to. Um, so yeah, I had no idea about basketball. Oh yeah, I got a lot of good memories of my mom too. My mom and my dad. The guy I call my dad is actually my stepdad, but I had him legally adopt me when I was 14. So that's who I refer to my dad. I do not refer to Bob as my dad. That's exactly what I would have done. I would have buried the car completely. Um, but my dad's probably the reason I didn't wind up in prison. He put a lot of good shit into me. Up to his windows. That's good. Okay. College football. I've never been a big college football fan. I always support the Longhorns, but when I quit watching sports, I quit watching all sports. All right, Terry. See you next time, buddy. Uh, hey, Mickey, what's up, buddy? That's where I got this shirt, man. I'd seen it online. I was going to order it, and I didn't. Am I talking too loud? Please tell me if I am, because I'm not trying to. Okay, cool. Uh, and then me and my granddaughter at Walmart, and I saw it, and I went right to it and bought it. That way, I didn't have to order it online. Man, it's been great. I'm enjoying this conversation a lot. Music, UFC, football, basketball, bad parents, good parents, snow, payback. Outstanding. All right, don't everybody stop talking because Terry left. This is a safe space to talk about whatever you want. Yep. Have I seen any Breaking Bad? I remind you of Mike. I have I have tried to watch Breaking Bad. Uh, my daughter loved it, and you would think with me having a 2-year meth addiction that I would have got into it. Maybe that's why I didn't get into it. Um, but I tried. I gave it. I started season 1, episode 1, and I just couldn't get into it. Oh wow, Jake, are you talking about the single? Somebody else said it killed. Oh, and I'll have to tell you about that in private, Jake. I'll have to tell you about that thing. That's a good man. Oh man, you got to try it. Oh, I watched. I can't remember how many I watched, but I wasn't feeling it, and everybody else was looking at me like a dick popped out of my forehead. Because what do you mean? I just wasn't feeling it, especially when I know some real stories that were way, way. Um, they wouldn't have made TV. one story that I almost wound up in accidentally. Somebody owed me money and I was supposed to go get it, and I'm glad I didn't because of what they were doing at that place, and they all went to prison. Well, 9 of the 10. Turned out the 10th one was a snitch. But it's a crazy story. I just can't tell it on YouTube. I'll have to figure out a way to share that. A lot of people seem to enjoy that story. That's how most shows are, Brandy. For me, anyways. I love The Office until shortly after Steve Carell left. Uh, it's How I Met Your Mother. That one got lame. Uh, the Goldbergs got lame. My favorite TV show, which is Rules of Engagement, the last season was lame. All right, Jen. Be safe. Peace. Yeah, but so many shows do that. They start out strong, and even like with Happy Days, at least they jumped the shark and ended the the show got everybody knew, took that. There's so many shows that will just drive it into the ground. They won't stop. And then you got shows that kick ass all the way through, and then their series finale sucks. I hated the series finale of Seinfeld. Most Western media sucks. That's true. Yeah, see, I never watched that show either. Everybody kept talking about Lost, how they would build up each episode and then not deliver. Stop watching it. If it keeps letting you down, don't watch it. I never watched it, so I didn't care. But yeah, I never got into The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, none of that. I don't know. And granted, some of the shit I like is stupid and not many people like it. Not many people I know, anyways. Wow, we dropped from 8 to 4 really quick. NCIS. Oh yeah, I know that, Jake. Mickey, which one was it? We used to watch Law and Order Special Victims Unit. I didn't like Law and Order as much, and I almost never watched it, but Law and Order Special Victims Unit, I liked. NCIS Vegas, was that it? What it was called? I liked that one the best. I can't watch Miami. I cannot stand what's his face, that redheaded dude, David Butt Nugget, whatever it is. I haven't seen Person of Interest. Damn, what's that dude's name? The one he was on, I think he was on Hill Street Blue and Hill Street Blues, and thought he was going to be a big actor. Took off to become an actor and failed, and then he wound up with NCIS Miami or whatever it was called, something Miami. I hated that show. David Caruso, that's it. I hate that guy. And it's so stupid on the show. I don't know how it survived. He's going to go in and tell the pathologist, "Oh, did you think to check this?" Yes, it's her goddamn job. It should just be him. He shouldn't have a team. He should just walk around and just solve all the mysteries himself. Or all the cases, I'm sorry, mysteries. We're not talking about Scooby-Doo. I actually like Scooby-Doo better than that. But yeah, I hate that dude. I can't watch it at all. I don't know how anybody watches that show. But then again, we all have different tastes. So I'm sure I watch shit everybody else and go, "Why do you watch that?" Just cause. Hey. Yeah, Scooby-Doo is the business. Uh he might be able to solve that one. Did you think to look for an Adam's apple or a penis? Oh, I know. I totally got that, dude. That's why I laughed harder than I probably would have. um, Oh, here's one for you. One of my haters, actually ended up having to block him because he kept having a conversation with himself, but he started calling me Bobby and thought that, oh, I'm struck a nerve, haven't I, Bobby? That's my name. I mean, I don't like being called that, but it doesn't bother me. My grandma called me that. So, but he kept telling me, I've struck a nerve, haven't I, Bobby? I'm getting under your skin, haven't I, Bobby? No, you're just like a fly flying around. So you just keep spamming everything. So I had to block him. Not know what he was saying. I didn't give a shit what he was saying. Oh, I don't watch Scooby Doo now. The old Scooby Doo. Yeah, Brandy said it, got it up there before I could finish saying it. Old Scooby. I don't watch new cartoons. Um, they've screwed up everything. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, and people calling me Robert, which is not my name. I get called asshole almost as much as I get called by my name. It doesn't bother me. I get called asshole so much that it bothers my friends more than it bothers me, and they get upset that it doesn't bother me. I don't care. I don't care what you call me. There are 3 things I don't like to be called, but oh yeah, I'll respond to asshole as if you said my name. I don't even blink. I'm like, hey, that's me. If I hear somebody yell asshole in public, I look. Yeah, and I'm not stupid enough to say them on YouTube, but there's 3 things I don't like to be called. And people are stunned. I had to give an example to a friend of mine when I told him, he was like, why does that bother you? So I slightly changed the saying, and he was like, instantly got mad. And he goes, oh, whoa, whoa, I get it. Don't. Um, well, just make sure you understand why I don't like it. But I almost never let anybody know that what they're calling me does. If they pick one of those 3 things, I almost never let them know that it bothers me. I mean, I've been called some really bad shit by some really good people. So when somebody I don't even know calls me names, okay. We got a 5th person in here now. Are they here on purpose, or they just dropped in and went, "Oh shit"? No, don't stop talking. Keep talking. I had a Jerry Springer attack me. uh, as long as I worked in the bar business, I've got some interesting stories about that kind of shit too. Oh wait, are you talking the real Jerry Springer or a Jerry Springer show scenario? Oh, we already ran that person off. They dropped in and went, oh shit. Long story. All right, the real guy. Oh shit. In that case, I got to hear that one later. Uh, I'm trying. I don't think I've ever pissed off any celebrities. I've had celebrities piss me off. My pastor says that they grew up poor. Go get wood. I tell a lot of my friends I grew up in a bad neighborhood, and I thought for years my name was Say Foo. Because every time I walked down the street, they'd holler at me, Say Foo. I thought it was my nickname. He's from Cincinnati. Oh, well, there you go. So I imagine you would run. I don't know how the hell. I don't know how I missed some of these comments. Like I saw Mickey's comment and I was responding to it, and then all of a sudden I saw he's Cincinnati from Cincinnati above his. I don't know how that works. I guess I'm a little slow sometimes. Or maybe I focus and didn't notice. The biggest piece of shit celebrity that I met, I didn't put him on my resume. I opened for a guy named Barry Sobel. None of you will know who he is because you're not into comedy like that. Even if you are into comedy, you probably don't know who he is. Oh wait, so I was sipping champagne from the name. Oh, look at that! Gary dropped in. What's up? Uh, uh, Gary's our 5th guy that keeps dropping in and out. But Barry Sobel, I opened up for him, and what a waste of. I don't know if you know that movie that Tom Hanks did, Punchline. Barry Sobel was his coach on how to do stand up in that movie, which he likes to brag about. Uh, but what a piece of shit human being. I mean, he was so bad. I almost never talk about him in public because of how bad he was. But he realized that he was not going to kill, so he didn't even open. He had a friend, our headline. He actually went on after me and had my friend, who's a much better comedian, he's on Netflix, been on Netflix. He's killing it. His name's John Stringer. Barry had John go on as the headliner, but Barry went on and he wasn't funny. And once he realized he was bombing, he just started talking shit about everybody. And then he yelled into the microphone, "I have a gun," and ran out of the club. I was like, dude, this is Texas. We all have guns. You're talking the wrong shit in the wrong place. You get yourself hurt. And he skipped out without paying any of us. Uh, oh yeah, I know. I've heard that story. Yeah, that probably did pluck a nerve with him. I think two of the worst celebrities I met were comedians. And then I found out one that I hated. I can't remember his name now. Uh, Two comedians I was working with, like, no, he's a great guy. He wasn't great when I opened up for him. But most celebrities I meet are really cool, or have met are really cool. And this is good. We're only 37 minutes in. I'm having a great time talking to all of you. Do they do? Um, there are some places where I've never performed in one of those places, but I've had friends perform in them. And that chicken wire doesn't really help because if they throw that bottle just right, it will shatter and come through the fence anyways. The shards will. But there are some little podunk places here in Texas that have chicken wire in front of the screen. So yes, there are some places like that. Do I have any favorite up and coming comedians? Up and coming, John Stringer is definitely someone you should check out. I mean, the cruise ships keep him booked a lot, but he's done Netflix. All the major comedy clubs are booking him. He's a great comedian. So if you get the opportunity to see him, go see him. He kicks ass. He is hilarious. And a super cool dude. We've been friends since before he took off, and he's never forgot me. We talk through Instagram and Facebook occasionally, but he stays super busy. He stays booked for like 2 years at a time. Super busy dude. But so John Stringer, most of the comedians that I like, I can't call them up and coming. A lot of the guys I thought that were going to launch that I personally know, even though they're making a living doing comedy, I don't think they're that funny anymore. I heard one of my friends on Raw Dog Comedy, and it was so bad, I turned it away. I didn't want to hear the rest of the thing. And he's like a savant when it comes to comedy. Hilarious. But I felt so bad, I turned it. Yes, Jerry Springer is still alive. Um, so John's the only one I'm comfortable saying 100% that's someone you should check out. But most of the comedians I listen to are already have already made it. They're not all household names, but they're all really good. Okay, I'm sure he is. We used to joke when I got to try to catch up on the conversation. Oh yeah, no shit. I've been in neighborhoods like that. And that is exactly true, Jake. It's like that old joke. Oh, I'm probably going to lose my monetization for this. Guy walking through a park, sees a guy sitting on the bench crying. He walks up and goes, "What's the matter?" He goes, "Oh, you don't want to hear my stories." Oh, I'll tell you about that, Mickey. Not on stage. Let me stop and tell that story because I was just going to tell you a shitty joke. Don't know why people like Springer get so popular because that's what I'm not mean all of society, but society as a whole wants to see the worst of the worst. Trailer trash, train wrecks, all that kind of shit. They don't want to see good people doing good things. That's the majority. That's why I have people attacking me, like on my 6 Minutes channel and what I'm doing on Facebook. Where, yeah, Jake, that's exactly right. People are stupid. I don't know why they blocked that or held that. But I have people attacking me for telling jokes. If you don't like it or you don't think it's funny, that's fine. But the talk all that dumb shit about, I almost dropped an F bomb. To talk all that shit about me, I'm just telling jokes. I don't understand. Um, okay. Where is that question at? Have I ever been okay? In a comedy? Um, no one has ever tried to attack me on stage. I've had someone threaten me. Um, but I had two comedians attack me online, which I'm only saying that because it's relevant to the story. I don't care what you say online. But ironically, they spent hours talking shit about me online. And that next Sunday, we did a show together. They could not have been nicer when they saw me in person. They were super kind. Um, I know for a fact one's not doing comedy anymore, that he quit. He said he was just getting old and tired. No, he sucked. He was not funny. He was only funny in Austin. They have little cliques of people. If you're one of the cool kids, they'll laugh at anything you say. Uh, but no, so no one's actually attacked me on stage because I'm very open about if you, yeah, keyboard thugs. I call them keyboard Rambos. I am very open about if you ever come on that stage, I'll roll your, oh man, I almost dropped the F bomb. I will roll your teeth back for you. I will not, you do not come on the stage when I'm on the stage. I will beat your eyebrows off your forehead. No one's going to attack me. I see that happen all the time. So when I perform, I always watch. I don't like crowds anyways. I don't mind them being there to see me, but I don't want to be in a crowd. But I've seen too much shit. So I'm always watching. If somebody ever rushes me, they want him to get a chance to swing, I'll go ahead and lay him down. That's just how that works. But I've never had issue on stage. I've had people yell shit, but yeah. So no, I have not been attacked on stage. Even in bands, I wasn't attacked on stage. I've been had people yell, "You suck," or the number one thing, "Play Freebird." I hated that. It doesn't matter what club you play in, some dipshit's going to yell to play Freebird. I had a drunk bitch sit in front of a stage one night. A lot of people don't understand comedy shows because they watch them on TV and they think that's real. It's not. When you watch a comedy special, so if I see a guy with no eyebrows, you know he's yes, absolutely. Just walk up to him and went, "Hey, you tried to walk up on stage with Bob, huh?" He'll be confused. It'll be hilarious. Please video that and send it to me. But some drunk bitch, I was doing a little show, and this bitch sat right in front of the stage and she kept yelling, "That's bullshit. You're an effing liar. You're an effing liar." And the funny thing was, the one true story that I tell on stage, that's the one she was most adamant about yelling at me, calling me a liar. And it was 100% true. But she was just so wasted. Oh, what I was going to say about shows. When you watch a comedy special on TV, that's not real. That's not one show. That's 3 nights looped together because one night a joke might bomb and the next night it'll be okay and the next night it kills. That's why they do 3 shows. So what they do is take all the home runs, which is where everybody's laughing at the joke, and they edit all that together. So if you pay attention when you're watching a special, especially on Netflix, watch the people sitting around the stage. A lot of times you can notice that they change. There was a Kevin Hart special where Shaq was literally in the front row. Sometimes he was there, sometimes he wasn't. It wasn't like a bathroom break. You could tell the switching. So a lot of people see that and they think no comedian has a night where they knock all home runs. Some nights a joke lands, some nights it don't. So that confuses people. So when they go see a real comedy show, they think the show sucks and they sometimes will get out of hand and start yelling shit. Best thing to do is with a heckler, you try to ignore them and then you got to shut them down with like, hey, you're the wad your mama should have swallowed, or I didn't see your name on the marquee. Maybe you should shut up, but maybe a little ruder. Usually, the friends, once you start bringing attention to them, their friends don't like that attention, and their friends will shut them down. But you're the wad your mama should have swallowed is one of my favorite ones. Hey, what the hell? A troll once in the comments called me godless Nazi royalist peasant, and the funny thing is they were wrong on everything apart from the I'm more of an agnostic. um, uh, Jake, I don't know if it came from New York, but when I saw Faster Pussycat, it was a thing for them to spit on people. And I was front row, and I told the person I was with, I said, if that son bitch spits on me, I'm going to snatch his ass off that stage and beat the shit out of him. He did not spit on me. I didn't have to tell him that. He just, for whatever reason, didn't spit on me. But I don't play that spitting shit. I will hurt anyone that does that. I don't play spitting. Uh, my favorite shit being thrown on stage story is when Wasp, I can't remember what country they were in, but I actually have two. Blackie Lawless said he gave the cue and Chris Holmes didn't start playing, and he looked over and he was knocked out. Someone had thrown a a a, a cow leg or a shank up on stage, a big old chunk of meat, and knocked him out, hit him in the head and knocked him out. Well, yeah, I bet not. Has anyone ever thrown money on stage? No, I've had someone hand me money when I came off of stage, but no one's ever gave me money on stage. And Twisted Sister said, it was during the 80s. I can't remember what country they were in. He said someone was throwing stuff up on stage, and one of the stage guys were going, "It's shite, man. They're throwing shite at you." He said, and finally it sunk in. He was saying shit. He said, the part that confused him was he didn't know if they brought it with them in a bag and they prepped for the show to throw shit at them, or if they produced the shit at the show, but they were throwing shit. You have got to hate someone to throw shit at them. Well, in that scenario, I had a group of friends that we used to get drunk and go to our friend. Well, we didn't go there. We went there and got drunk, and we called them Ninja Wars. She had horses, and we'd throw. The rule was it was supposed to be completely dry, but throw horse shit at each other. But if you're smart like some of us, you find the shit that's dried on the outside and kind of still wet in the middle, and it'll leave a cone of shit on them if you can hit them in the forehead. I love those. Oh, I thought it was dry. So no, nobody's ever thrown me money. uh, I know that name, Jake, but I don't know. Look him up. All right, I'll look it up. And let me get a picture of that. uh, all right. Uh, oh. There was a female band that got, and that video is actually on YouTube, which is weird that they get on to me about some of the stuff I post. There was a female band. Uh, the singer got mad and she pulled out her tampon and threw it into the crowd. That was pretty disgusting. Used to on break.com before it got taken down, you could find some wild band videos there. back up to 5 people. All right, Jake, we'll be here. Has anyone bombed so bad that oh, dude. Well, he didn't I've seen yes, I have seen that mostly at smaller shows, but I saw a guy bomb so hard that he just said, "F it," walked off stage, walked outside, punched a sign, messed his hand up, and left. Uh, I bombed really hard, but I don't leave. I buckle down and get through it. Everybody bombs. Every single comedian you know has bombed. Everyone, bar none. Every comedian has bombed. If they tell you they haven't, they're lying. Oh yeah, absolutely for sure. um, a guy, I think I told this story, but some of you may not be in here. A guy that I know in Austin who was one of the cool kids. Me and my wife had seen him. It may have been, I don't know why I was at that show that night. I had to be performing. It may have been one of the comedy competitions, but he was the host, and the host gets to do a set when they go on. So he did this set, and the crowd is dying. It wasn't funny at all. And I told my wife, they're only, it had to be a comedy show. Yeah, contest. So I told my wife, I said, that shit's not funny. Well, I didn't have to tell her that, but she knew. I said, they're only laughing because he's one of the cool kids. He did that exact same set on America's Got Talent. Not one single laugh. And he just stopped. And he said, that's it. I got no more. He didn't even finish his time. Not one single laugh. If you're performing in front of a group that big and you can't get one single laugh, your material sucks. Not even a pity laugh. Can you tell the start? As long as you're not first up, you can get a feel for the crowd. That's why I don't like going up first. I will, but I don't like going up first. It doesn't really change how I do my set. I do my material because when I opened for Rodney Carrington the first time, he had heard some of my stuff and he goes, look, this is before he got his record deal. He said, I'm trying to clean up my act. Some of that shit you're doing is really vulgar. He said, but never, ever. He said, I'm just giving you some food for thought that I'm trying to clean up my stuff. And if you go up there and go, you're too blue, that kind of forces me to be a little blue. He said, but never, ever compromise your material. Never, not even for me. So I don't. But as long as I'm not going up first, you can kind of see what they're laughing at. Yes, and I'll give you a hint, an example of that, Brandy, in just a second. So you can get a feel for if the crowd's going to suck or not. However, when you're, however deep you are into the list, when you see what materials bombings and killing, if it's not like the material you're going to deliver, you never let that affect you. You walk on stage and you do it. All you do is take it as a precautionary, like, okay, this is kind of a dead crowd, or it's kind of a rowdy crowd, or they're not really paying attention. Because some bars don't want to turn the TVs off. You need all TVs off so all focus is on you, but some bars won't do that. So shitheads will watch TV and then yell, you suck. You're not even paying attention, dipshit. I always call them out on that. Okay, so Brandy, yes, comedians do, well, low-level comedians do. Upper deck comedians, upper level comedians, they have friends and family that will come that think they're hilarious. That's not on purpose, but lower level comedians, absolutely. Two of my best examples were we had a competition, or there was a comedy competition at a smaller venue to see who was going to open for a big time comedian that was coming through. This dumbass GI from Fort Hood brought like 12 or 15 guys from his unit, and he sucked. But when the voting came, they were the loudest. He got the gig to open for this comedian. And then the day of the show backed out, and the person who should have won wound up doing it. Another one is I had a guy on my show, and I'm very, very particular about my show and who I put on it. But I put this guy on it to give him a chance, and he brought his family, and you never go over your time. Even if you're killing, never go over your time. Never disrespect whoever's hosting that show and put you on their show. And this dude got to the point where I almost went up and took the microphone out of his hand. The only people that were laughing was his family. It pissed me off. I never ever put him on another one of my shows ever. Piece of shit. And I told everybody he's a piece of shit. And everybody that called me and asked me or messaged me and asked me, "Hey, what can you tell me about this guy?" I said he ignores the light, he brings his family, and he'll go way over his time. I did everything I could to keep him from doing shows. That's very disrespectful. Um, Man, the secondhand embarrassment from watching somebody bomb is brutal. It is. I I don't want to see anybody bomb, even comedians that I don't like. I don't want to see them bomb. But honestly, I can think of 3 off the top of my head. I do giggle my ass off when they bomb because I despise them. And one of them is that guy that was on my show. Unfortunately, I did other shows with him, uh, just because, but he sucked. Jenner had to stop a show in New Orleans because of beer cans being thrown on stage, and they're afraid somebody was going to get hurt. As they should. You should stop a show because empty beer cans are one thing, full beer cans are a whole nother one. There's a video that somebody just sent me. Is there a line I won't cross when oh shit. That's a good one, Gary. That is a great question. Let me finish this. There's my daughter just sent me a clip of a female comedian on stage who was not out of line, and someone threw a full beer bottle. They missed her. It hit the wall behind her. But oh no, it was a beer can because she picked it up and drank it to show them kind of like, hey, okay, a line I won't cross when telling a joke. That, Gary, that really depends on where I'm performing. Although I don't compromise my material, there are some jokes that I don't tell in some places. I'll give you 2 examples of jokes that I did tell when I was told not to tell them. I wrote a Michael Jackson joke a long time ago, and I've seen it pop up in memes and other places says I told it, but it was time stamped on my professional, so everybody knew I told it. But when I wrote the joke and I was going to tell it in Austin, Austin's pretty weird. So I asked a friend of mine who had more experience. I ran it by him, and he said, "I think it'll be okay here, but I wouldn't tell it in Dallas." A lot, Mickey. It's embarrassing how many do. A lot. And it depends on who you are if you get away with it or not. And that's kind of weird. There's parallel writing. I'll address that in just a second. Let me finish this. Um, so I was told not to tell the joke in Dallas, and the first time I performed at Hyenas, I told this joke and it killed. That was another reason I do not compromise myself. But if you're at a show and you know you're going to tell a joke that's going to cause a problem, you probably don't want to tell it. Not because you're afraid or anything like that, but you don't want the crowd to turn against you. So this joke I'm fixing to tell you that I told in Dallas after being told not to tell it. I told it in I was doing a small show. It's actually a coffee house. And 2 UT football players were right in front of me. Either one of them could have stood up and snatched me off that stage, and there wasn't shit I could do about it. They were huge. So the joke is, um, I'm just going to tell the last part of it. I'm not going to do the whole lead in. Hey, have you ever wondered if Michael Jackson still looks like he did in the Thriller video? Nobody in the place laughed until they laughed. Once they both laughed, then everybody laughed. So it was one of those moments where they thought, we better not laugh. And I have told that joke where there were a lot of Michael Jackson fans and they didn't like it very much. Um, uh, Joke that I won't tell or shouldn't tell. Uh, Shit, I forgot the other joke. There was another joke that I tell that the only jokes I don't the line I don't cross, Gary, I guess the bottom line is I quit, and this is going to sound weird. I don't tell Parkinson's jokes at all. I don't get upset when other people do them. My dad died from a rare form of Parkinson's disease, but that's not what turned me against Parkinson's jokes. Because my dad didn't, he withered away, but he didn't have the tremors and shit. He had some, but not like a lot of really bad cases. But I saw Michael J. Fox on a really bad day, and that broke my heart. And from that moment on, I don't tell Parkinson's jokes. I don't find them funny. If you want to tell them, that's fine. I'm not offended because it's your right to tell them. I just don't tell them. So that's a line that I guess you could say I don't cross. I don't tell those kind of jokes. I tell some really messed up jokes, but I don't tell that joke or those type of jokes. Okay. Um, how many comedians? Uh, there are a lot of comedians that steal other people's jokes. Parallel writing. That's what I was going to say. There was a upper tier comedian around here who did a bit. I'm not going to tell you the whole joke because that's yeah. He did a joke about, hey, did you ever notice the monster under your bed disappeared when you started masturbating? Uh, I wrote a joke that says, hey, Jake, what's up, buddy? I wrote a joke that said, I think our house is haunted, but I can't afford any of that stuff or any groups to come in and check. And it's not really that I mind it being haunted, but I don't want them watching me while I masturbate. So what I've started doing is I'll shoot off in my hand and randomly throw it around the room like a cum ninja. Because I'm thinking if there's a ghost watching me, sooner or later I'm going to hit him and he's going to be like, hey, what the hell? That upper tier comedian said that was too much like his joke. And they told me not to tell it in Austin. Otherwise, everyone would accuse me of stealing his material. So you get petty shit like that. I was telling them, we were talking about lines we don't cross and joke stealing, or lines I don't cross when telling jokes or joke stealing. Um, you don't want to be labeled as a joke thief, but parallel writing does happen. Um, Me and a comedian that I know, we hadn't worked together in a long time, probably over a year. We were on the same bill. I went up before he did, and I did his joke that leads into, but the intro into the joke is, "Hey, have you ever wondered how many times your mom kissed you right after she finished blowing your dad?" And when I came off stage, he that's funny, Brandy. um, right after I came off stage, he goes, "You're not going to believe this. I have a mom blowing dad bit that I just wrote." We had never heard each other do it, but we were on the same show and debuted that joke at the same show. So parallel writing does happen. I have jokes that I've told and told for years that I had to stop telling because the rule of thumb is if you say it on TV, it's your joke. If nobody else has heard it, it doesn't matter how many times you told it in the club. If somebody tells it on TV first, what the hell? I'm doing too much talking. If you tell them TV first, it's yours. So I know Bobcat Goldthwait has never seen me, but he almost verbatim did a joke that I had told for at least 3 years, and all my friends knew I told that joke. It was similar enough, and like I said, it was almost verbatim. I could never tell that joke again because people saw him on TV do it. I have a saying that I used to use I still use it in my personal life, but I had to stop using it on stage because Ron White, who I'm not saying he stole it from me, but he spends a lot of time in Austin, and I performed in a club where he used to hang out a lot. I had never heard him say, Amy Schumer is one of the biggest joke thieves, and she doesn't even tell them well. I don't know how she has a career. She sucks. Period. She is she messes up the jokes she steals. They're not funny. I don't know how the hell people go see her, but that happens a lot with females. Um, uh, was it pole smoker? No, cock holster. I've used cock holster forever because I used to open up, especially if there was a lot of non-blue comedians before me. I go, hey, let me get this out there right off the bat, just in case you're easily offended by snappy little catchphrases. Oh shit, I'll lose my monetization. I can't use those. But cock holster was part of it, and Ron White did it he used cock holster on a special. I can never use it again because people would think I stole it from him. I still use it in my personal life when I'm talking to my friends. I'll tell them to shut their cock holster. One of my favorite things to do is they'll start talking shit to me, and I go, hey, man, you might want to go get that looked at. And they go, what? So your cock washer is making a weird rattling noise. But yeah, Amy Schumer is one of the worst joke stealers. There's several other very well known comedians that steal jokes. One of the most well known was Robin Williams, but he got a free skate because of the way he thinks. My dad had Parkinson's and dementia. Oh wow, man, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry. My dad had a rare form of Parkinson's. They said it was very aggressive, and he went from. Now we don't know how long he had started to decline, but as far as going from being a healthy person, that's pretty good, Brandy. He went from being a healthy person, and within 2 years he was dead. But he just withered away to just skin and bones. Got to where he couldn't even walk. It was a horrible thing. So yeah, I feel you there, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got a bunch of little shitty jokes I do. Now, when I'm bullshitting my friends, back to Robin Williams. Because the way Robin Williams' mind works, my mind works similar. I'm not comparing myself to Robin Williams, so please do not think that. But when I'm on a roll, I just start firing jokes. And they said Robin Williams did the same thing on stage. Is he's firing so fast that he can't remember what is his and what is not his. So the jokes just keep coming out. Uh, okay, actually went and saw Dan Cook in concert. Um, he was they edit him a lot on specials because the shit he does live, he was hilarious. He killed. And that was a long time ago. I haven't seen any of his newer stuff, but once upon a time he was funny. Um, but I liked him. I don't know why. They said he stole some jokes, but I personally never heard a joke where I went, "Oh shit, that's so and so's joke." I'm really big on that. There are several comedians that I don't know where they're at now, but I've heard them almost verbatim. It didn't sound like parallel writing. It was literally the joke. Heard a comedian do one of Joe Rogan's bits on his special, and I was like, "What the hell?" Left a comment on Bandmade reaction about Peter Jackson asking BM if they had hobbits in his if they be hot. uh, Andrew Dice Clay back in the day was awesome. I just told this the other day. Mickey, it may have been I may have been talking. I can't remember if I was talking to you. So if I did, I'm sorry. But I think I still have the tape. It was filmed in Dallas or recorded in Dallas. About halfway through the show, he got pissed and instead of talking shit about women, he switched and started talking shit about the guys. That was like the end of his career. But yeah, Gary, that is hilarious. I I respond. I have no filters. I just respond. So I have messed up and said shit or joked to someone that I probably shouldn't have said because it fires so fast and it comes out. And then as soon as it's finished, I'm like, oh shit. But it's too late. It's like when you pull the pop the spoon off the grenade, you can't put it back on. It's off. It's going to go off. But I like that, Gary. That's shit's hilarious. uh, one time, a long time ago, I was doing a live stream and I'd said something about being with some of my friends' moms when I was growing up. One of my friends messaged me right after the live stream and said, "Do you sleep with my mom?" He didn't word it that way. I said, "That's between you and your mom." I do know who Bo Burnham is. Uh, and I asked him why he would ask me that. He said, because she hated you so much when we were kids. She was so adamant about how much she hated you. When you said that, I was thinking, I think that's just a cover up. No, his mama was ugly. I like Bo's earlier stuff. There's a lot of comedians I liked them earlier and not so much now. It's like they get into, it's kind of like they become like ACDC. Don't get me wrong, I like AC/DC, but AC/DC just releases the same album over and over and over and over and over. So some comedians get that way to me, where I just tried to watch Cat Williams, and Cat Williams, his new special is not funny. Those people aren't laughing at what he's saying; they're laughing at him. You can tell a difference with the crowd. It's not funny. It's horrible. It was sad. I turned it off. It was not good. I used to love Cat Williams. Kevin Hart used to be really good, but now he's so busy. And I'm not shitting him for this. A lot of comedians do this. They have other comedians write their material, or they have writers write material for them. But if you watch Kevin Hart when he's doing someone else's material, he doesn't deliver it like he does his own. I'm not sure if regular people know that, or can notice, but I can tell when he's delivering a joke that someone else wrote, he doesn't deliver it like he does his own material. He's not committed to it. It's a weird thing, but a lot of comedians do that. Yeah, I like when you ask shit I know the answer to. I hate when somebody asks me something. Hey, what's the square root of? I don't know. Yeah, when Kevin is doing his own material, he's hilarious. But if you watch some of his later specials, you can tell when he delivers material that's not his. Yeah, Mickey, that's how my dad was too, dude. Um, um, my dad was one of the busiest, hardest working people ever, and he just progressively nothing, and then he couldn't even do shit he wanted to do. Then he couldn't even sit there and watch TV. And once he got to the bed, it was sad. He got to where he couldn't even talk, and he would do a lot of mumbling. It was hard to understand him. And one day he was looking out the window, and I asked him, I said, "What do you think about Pops?" And he looked at me, and as clear as day, he said, "Nothing anymore." And once he made his peace with it, he was going to die. Brandy, as far as Will Smith, uh, first off, he's a bitch for doing that. To do that in that situation, if he really had a problem, he should have caught him after the show and handled it like a man. That's like guys who start fights in bars, they're bitches. If you really wanted to fight the person that you're getting in a fight with, I knew who he was talking about. So that's why I didn't have to do that. But you did, so there you go. Yeah, I've told various jokes to people that struck a nerve. I knew who you're talking about, Brandy. That's why I didn't even acknowledge it. I knew you were talking about Chris Rock. Um, but he should have handled that later. When guys start fights in bars, they know they're going to get a few cheap shots in and somebody's going to break up the fight. Will knew when he walked up there and slapped him like that he wasn't going to do anything because it's on television. So, props to him. You're not going to slap me like that. I don't give a shit where we're at. I'm going to hurt you. Well, the slap's not going to land either. I don't think Chris was expecting him to slap him. I thought he was just going to come up and talk a little shit and then go sit down. But yeah, I've made drug and alcohol jokes to recovering addicts. And I've made some other jokes to people that I didn't know because they didn't share those stories. So, but yeah, I've made some jokes that's really upset some people or hurt their feelings. It is what it is. It's all good. I went to the beating your eyebrows off your forehead. My go-to used to be, "I'll hit you so damn hard your driver's license picture will have a black eye." And I progressively change it as I get older to what I want to use. That's actually a prison. I've never been to prison. I visited someone in prison, but I've never been to prison. That's where that saying came from. That was one of the ones they use in the Texas prisons system. "I'll beat your eyebrows off your forehead." Oh, trust me, Mickey, I promise you, I know that. Uh, I promise you I know that. Here's the difference between a good night and a great night. A good night, you wake up and look at the person next to you and you're like, "Oh, shit." A great night's when you wake up and they look at you and go, "Oh, shit." That's the difference between a good night and a great night. It's not prison and Monopoly, Gary. It's just jail, buddy. There's a huge difference between jail and prison. I've been to jail on a couple of occasions. One of them I didn't think I should have went, but it is what it is. Yeah, but my brother always told me, "You're a good boy." Yeah, my brother always said he thought I would do well in prison because of the type of person, my personality, but I don't want to find that out. I'm scared of prison. Unfortunately, the times I've been in jail, I got my own cell. I went in the tank with the other losers. But the last time was the last time. I haven't been in jail since I was 25 years old. Or 27. 25 or 27, whatever age it was. I'm trying to get my mugshot. I want to use that. But they moved it across the street from the courthouse. It's in their records room. But I want my mugshot. The last time I was arrested, I was following what is now my wife home. We were dating at the time. I worked at a bar, she worked at Walmart, and she got off while I was at work. So we had both vehicles. So I followed her home every single night. This cop that was bored, we live in a little podunk town, pulled me over and asked me why I was chasing her. She was less than 2 blocks away from us. I could see her getting out of her car. And I said, I wasn't chasing her. That's my effing girlfriend. I'm on my effing way home. And he's like, "Whoa, have we been drinking?" I said, "I had a double shot of tequila when I got off work, so it's nice and fresh on my breath." He said, "I'm going to need you to step out of the truck." I'm good at doing the drunk test when I've had a few, way better than when I haven't. So I usually just start doing the test and they will let me go. This guy got pissed because I passed the test. He didn't like the way I was talking to him. So he said he was going to have to take me in and give me the breathalyzer. And uh, so in Texas, when they take you, they make you redo the drunk test, which I passed again, but he wanted me to take the breathalyzer. So I failed the first one. So they give you another one. And he kept yelling at me to blow him. Back then I had hair down to here and the earrings. And he kept yelling at me to blow harder, blow harder, blow harder. I didn't need to blow harder. The numbers was going up. Oh, wow. My dad lived to be 77, I think it was. I don't know what he was just trapped inside. He hallucinated a lot. Um, so when I finished, when the buzzer went off, I said, "Dude, don't be yelling at me to blow. It's not like I blow shit for a living." He said, "Well, some guys do." I said, "Don't let the long hair and earrings fool you. I will beat your MFing ass." And in Texas, they video you. That's why they get you. They take you to jail. They videotape you. So that was on camera. So that was going to be shown to the judge in the morning. So I wound up spending the night in jail. And when I went to get my truck the next day, the record driver said, "You had him right up to you threatened to kick his ass." He said, "I was standing right there." The other cop who didn't think I was drunk, he knew that cop was just being a dick, had called the record driver and told him to come to the station and give me a ride to my truck because he just knew they were going to have to let me go. He said, "As soon as you threaten to kick that guy's ass," the other one said, "you can just go get his truck." I'm not proud of that. That's why I've learned to keep my mouth shut. That was a lesson. But that was the last time I went to jail. First time I went to jail is because somebody thought they were going to beat me up because I had long hair and earrings. which he found out that's not going to happen. Probably not the way he wanted to find out, but he found out. I don't like to fight, but once you make me, I'll make sure you don't come back again to try it again. Make sure you get your belly full. Get your money's worth. You get the whole ass kicking. Come on, y'all. Talk. Man, I've been talking my ass off. Or ask some questions if you just want me to talk. What is up, Chris? Hey, you showed up with more than 15 minutes left. Glad to see you here, buddy. The only time I nearly got arrested was when an officer asked if I had any ID. And I said, I don't need any because I know who I am. Yeah, that'll do it. I found out the hard way when a cop asks you, where were you between 5 and 6? First grade is not the answer he's looking for. And the camera's pretty good. I can see lint. Where the hell did that shit come from? Ah, I'm on fire. You know, when I first went live, since I was playing guitar, I almost missed going live because I was playing my guitar. I almost just started the live and just sat here playing, but then I was like, then nobody will stay. Dun, 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 dun. Man, this has been good. Y'all have asked some great questions today. Anything else y'all want to know? And I haven't dropped one F-bomb. I am so proud of myself. I got really close several times, but you can ask Chris. He knows me in real life. I almost don't complete a sentence without at least one, especially when I'm mad. I have a whole new way of pronouncing words when I'm mad. Hey. Don't know why you're fascinated with. Why the hell did they look like they're rubbing my nipples? My nipples are right there. Huh. That's kind of weird. That's true. Oh yeah, talking about morons. I do love to talk about them. I don't know, Gary. I don't know. I mean, I like the shirt. It's supposed to glow in the dark. I haven't been in the dark with it yet, so I don't know. I should play my guitar in a live stream. You could give me requests. As long as it's one of like the 5 songs I play regularly. Man, it's hard to believe just a few years ago, I was playing 30 songs every day. Well, I didn't know he could actually see my nipples because they're below the picture. I purposely do that just in case the conversation gets too good. I don't want them like ping ping. uh, I don't know. Maybe one day I will. I've accidentally done it once, and the people that have seen me do "Every Rose Has Its Thorn" and "Only God Knows Why," they seem to think I do that pretty good. So, yeah, my eyes are up here, guys. Or look at my earrings. That seems to fascinate all the homophobes. So yeah, just one guy said that my earrings moving distracted him from listening to the joke I was telling. Would need perky pets. Oh, absolutely. My pecs have dropped. Not as low as some people's I know, but yeah. Let's see, nipples are there. Used to be right about here, I guess. Uh, Give me one of them push-up bras. There they are, baby. uh, uh, we'll see. Maybe if enough people want me to one day, I might maybe do um, TNT by AC/DC or Somebody Save Me by Cinderella or one of the songs I said. They didn't come with a shirt. Oh yeah, it's Halloween. I should go get me one of those costumes with the good costume, the muscles. I could just wear it under my shirt and tell y'all I've been going to the gym. Whoa. Been thinking about going they got this laser surgery to take fat away. Been thinking about going and get my tits taken off. My tits and this shit on the side. I don't know what the hell that's all about. Or see if I can go get some liposuction. They can squirt it back into my ass. I've lost my ass when I got diabetes. Now I have like no ass. No ass at all. Well, the conversation came to a screeching halt. Come on. Ask some difficult questions. Or actually some good. Oh shit. Big Nick, I'm sorry I missed your question, buddy. You checked out Jack Harlow. I don't know. I don't. Now that you said that, that sounds familiar. That happened again because see, I saw Gary's comment and I just now, one, two, three, four, what, 7 comments later, seeing yours about Jack Harlow. I don't know, but I will now. Man, they need to. Oh yeah, absolutely. I would gladly donate the flab out of my tits to Tits R Us or whatever they do it to. Titsorama. Ran off 2 people that quick. I am dope. It's probably the boobs. Oh, they didn't like tits. Oh, or maybe it's some of the guys that don't like my earrings. They're like, yeah, those earrings are distracting. Had one guy tell me to lose the goofy earrings. So I told him to, in his profile picture, he's wearing a cowboy hat. So I told him to lose his goofy cowboy hat. He didn't say anything back. I don't know why you go watch someone's video and that's the only thing you got to say. Lose the earrings, or that's not funny. Okay. Over 500,000 people have watched the video. Let's see where it's at right as of right now. 577,000 views on that video. Not bad. Chris gets to hear my jokes all the time at work. And he still watches my reels. I appreciate that. Hey, can y'all tell I'm holding this piss? I think I can make it 32 minutes. I think I held it all the way last time too. A big ass cup of coffee and this thing full of water. Brandy, I don't think yours is exactly like this, but it's close. And it's on the way. Oh, everybody stop talking. Come on. I appreciate that, Brandy. I liked it too. And naturally, there's a guy that has to make some kind of weird comment. He does. So I usually just ignore him so I don't encourage him because anything I say, then he'll say something different. And it's not that anybody bothers me with their shit that they talk. It's just I get tired of hearing it. Oh, you're welcome. But yeah, I really like that one. The next one, I think I'll do another one next week. The next one will be no, I have not, Jake, but I will get them to you. I'll try to get them done tonight. I'll get them to you. Um, the next, which is better, will be Halloween and Love Bites with Eagle Flies. The one after that will be Foo Fighters and the Warning with Pretender. The one after that's GNR versus Sheryl Crow with Sweet Child of Mine. And then Um, Slade and Quiet Riot with "Come On Feel the Noise." And then this one really interested in. Episode 11 will be Prince versus Green Day with "Let's Go Crazy." And then I have 2 more episodes after that. Oh, Brandon can say whatever. Oh yeah, I know. Akiko is. Uh, I don't mind people saying that they think something different. It's when the fanboys come in and they start talking stupid shit uh they're like what they're saying is facts. Well, if you're a fanboy, you're not stating facts. Fanboys just spout whatever shit that they believe. So I usually ignore them for the most part. Uh and I can't stand when they go, well, the original's always better. I've already proved that's not true. And I did that with just 5 songs. There's many songs that people don't even know are covers. Because if the original was so damn good, everybody would know that. Yeah, I really enjoy doing those. It just gets aggravating. The fanboys are just like flies around your potato salad at a cookout. They're just annoying. They're not going to hurt you if you eat them. I'm not telling you to eat. I'm not telling you to eat fanboys. I'm just saying they're just a nuisance. That's the way I look at it, Gary. Um, there's a reason they wanted to do it, but there are just some cases where the cover is better than the original. That's just the way it is. Hey, Keith, you're in Houston. I don't think I've been in the Houston airport. I've been in the Dallas airport many times. I always try to get direct out of Austin. I like the Austin airport. I don't like Houston at all. I don't like anything about Houston. But it's nice of you to show up. I appreciate that, dude. Oh yeah. See, and how many people actually would have guessed that "Girls Just Want to Have Fun" was actually a cover song? Yeah, my wife gets on to me about that. Oh, Gary, I didn't know it either until I searched it up. Uh, but Mickey, that my wife gets on to me about that. That's been always been my best asset. But when I got diabetes and said I didn't get fat, my body was literally eating itself. I got super skinny. When I look at some of the pictures and videos I made during that time before I knew I had diabetes, now I know why she was so concerned. I didn't see it when I looked in the mirror, but I sure as hell see it in the pictures. I look like shit. Even shittier than I look. Oh, even shittier than I look now. I look like stepped in dog shit. That's pretty funny, Mickey. But I can totally relate. Uh yeah, there's some other ones. Oh, here's something that some of you may not know. The band Whitesnake, when I listen to satellite radio, a lot of times I'll have this singers or musicians from bands tell stories behind songs. David Coverdale had actually wrote the song "Is This Love." He wrote it for Tina Turner, but when he recorded the demo, he liked it so much he decided to keep it. Then he wrote a song for, uh, was it George Clinton? I want to say it was George Clinton. And when he recorded the demo, him and his manager liked it so much they kept it too. They just liked the way it felt, so they kept it. I thought that was pretty cool. But as soon as he said he wrote that song for Tina Turner, I could literally hear her singing that song. It sounded like something she would sing. I thought about doing another video. What do y'all think? So, I know there's only 5 of you here. If I did another video of songs that people didn't know were covers. I kind of had fun doing that one. Oh shit. Yeah. And actually, yeah, exactly, Brandy. As soon as he said that, I was like, I can totally hear that. Gary, but that's not the original. That's a cover versing a cover versus a cover. So that's the only reserve I would have with that is a cover versing a cover. Is because I try to stick with the original versus the cover. And these videos are tearing it up. Facebook needs to start paying me again. I got to get out of trouble. Yeah, the song Manic Monday, Prince actually wrote it for him to do as a duet with what's her face, and then they had a riff, and he gave it to the Bengals. But he wrote a lot of songs, dude. Man, he is so underrated. Oh, and since y'all said that's cool, I will do another one because I had a lot of fun doing that. Let me make a note so I don't forget. Maybe I'll try to do that next week too. But yeah, I enjoyed that last one I did a lot. So I think I want to do it. I think I want to do another one. Because like I said, I learned something. I didn't know that Girls Just Want to Have Fun was a cover. The other songs I knew were covers. I mean, nobody remembers that those dudes did I Love Rock and Roll in the 70s. Everybody knows Joan Jett for doing I Love Rock and Roll, but it's a cover. So yeah, that's the only reserve I would have there, Mickey, with doing that. And I've heard Kill Switch Engage do that song live. They do it really well. Keith, that was just on the radio the other day. They haven't, and there's going to be a lot. They finally made the settlements, whatever has to be settled, so they're going to release them. They didn't give a time frame, but they said that the legalities of it all has been solved and settled. So they will be releasing unreleased Prince songs, and it's going. There's a lot of them. I heard something interesting on. I listen to a lot of satellite radio in my car. For some reason, a lot of bands have been releasing their demos of songs, popular songs. Some of them are okay, but there's a Fleetwood Mac one, and they're probably not going to play the demo again. But you could tell that Lindsey and Stevie were having problems. He was singing out of key and everything. It was horrible. Like, why would you even play that? You have ears. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Or if they do, they'll buy the CD and listen to it at home, torture themselves. I don't want to hear jacked up recordings. I want to hear the good stuff. But yeah, I'm anxious to hear more Prince stuff. For what I heard, is an astronomical number because he recorded all the time. That doesn't mean they're all hits, but he recorded all the time. One of the most underrated musicians of our time. not by other musicians. Everybody else knew how good he was. Musicians did. Where'd everybody go? Well, that didn't sound magic. Where'd everybody go? We got 20 minutes. I'm holding this piss for y'all, so I'm being a professional, even though Jake says I'm not. What's up, White? I'm good. How are you? I've been having a good time. Good conversation going on here. Talking about a little bit of everything. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, absolutely, Brandy. I mean, everybody's like that. No matter that's how you can usually tell a fanboy. Fanboys usually think that their artist doesn't. That is a very good point, Jake. I am a professional now. um, why did Michael Jackson? Uh, that's a it's a mental disorder. He's not the only one that's done that. They don't like what they see. Uh, Here's an example. You know, when they look in the mirror, they see something different. When I was on meth and I was like that big around and probably as white as my lights, um, everybody was telling me that I was dying. But when I looked in the mirror, I thought I looked just fine. I didn't see what they saw. So these people that have that mental disorder that Michael Jackson had, when he looked in the mirror, he didn't like what he saw. So he kept trying to make himself look what he thought was good. There's that one chick that's had all them plastic surgeries. They call her the living Barbie doll. She looks horrible. Eh, that's what they say. But a pigment disorder would not cause you to cut your nose off and get permanent eyeliner, all that kind of shit. That would just be his skin. He didn't like what he saw when he looked in the mirror, for sure. But yeah, that they said he had a pigment disorder. I mean, I have no problem believing that. I've seen other people with it. So, oh my God, Mark, what is up, buddy? Oh, nah. He did not only have his nose done. There's no way. I've liked Michael Jackson since he was in the Jackson 5. I was a fan all the way up until I found out about his habits. Yeah. Yeah. Konnichiwa, Mark. Did you bring Mother Nature with you? Only got 17 minutes left to give you shit, so I had to throw it in there right real quick, right off the bat. Okay. That I can do, or that I will do. Oh yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, I'll do that one, Mickey. I mean, by the way you ask, I'm pretty sure I know what you're going to say. And I don't know because I have not heard Liliac's version, so I can't say in advance what I think. Hey. Oh, it was you, Mark. I asked you if you brought Mother Nature with you. Y'all seemed to hit it off really well on the show the other night. Ugh. Oh, what a dumbass. I'm trying to watch the conversation and write this at the same time. All right. Well, that's good, Mark. I'm glad to see you got something to stand on. All right, Mickey, can you see it? Right there. Episode 14. So it'll be a while, but oh shit. I have never met Chris Titus. I know who he is, but I have not met him. Um, Gary, that's gonna be a oh shit. All right. I'll put that as episode 15. That is my favorite Maiden song, bar none. I love, 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 love that song. So Machine Head better bring it. Well, I'm not saying I won't love Machine Head's version, but all right. There's some songs I'm just really I mean, I try to be really open-minded about, but there's some songs I don't like to hear other bands cover. Um, oh, that sounds kind of shitty, but I'm being honest. So, uh, but no, I've not met Chris Titus, so I don't know, and I don't even know anybody that knows him. Uh, a lot of times, what is up, Vicente? It's another one of my coworkers. One of the few people I can just talk crazy shit to and not worry about him getting offended and going and telling on me. He talks crazy shit back, so I like that. No, Rush is not one of those bands. Now, let me say, if you do a shitty cover of a Rush song, I'm going to say something. Oh yeah, there you go, Vicente. Blame it on autocorrect, not the fact that you can't spell worth a shit. Way to not own your mistakes, buddy. That's why you won't cut your hair because you're afraid you're going to mess up that bad. I've been trying to talk him into cutting his own hair. He's a scaredy cat. Um, uh, uh, Mark, I think it may be tonight for us because um, the countdown is changed already. So, uh, I mean, I don't know how it's going to work, but I think it might be tonight. Oh, I got to step off camera for a second. Air conditioner kicked on, messed up my damn sinuses. Could be that I don't have the fan on today. Uh, uh, for Keith, I'm trying to think of a song off the top of my head. I don't like to hear anybody else cover. You know, Mark, you would think more people would ask for that, but they don't. I don't understand. Uh, shit. Normally, if I'm not on the spot, I can tell you a long laundry list of shit that I don't like to hear people cover. Uh, I will tell you a cover, and I don't think she ever made it, but when my first bouncing job in a club, uh, this band came through and they had a 16-year-old girl singing. Her parents had to bring her to the shows. Uh, they did, she did two heart songs better than Ann Wilson or Nancy Wilson could sing them. I was stunned at this girl's voice. It was amazing. And speaking of that, my daughter sent me TikTok video. No, she didn't send it to me. I sent it to her. I don't know how I came across it, but Gretchen Wilson, the country singer, there's a video of her singing Barracuda with Ann Wilson playing guitar. Uh, oh my God, she is amazing, phenomenal. A lot of heart songs I don't like to hear. That's why I went there. There's a lot of heart songs I don't like to hear other people do. Because if you can't nail it, don't do it vocally. I mean, instrumentally, it's pretty easy to do. Oh, you saw it, Mark? Yeah, that was, dude, that was just, and I'm trying to find the video on YouTube, but I don't know his name, so I can't find it. But I saw a small clip of a guy doing, uh, Here I Go Again by Whitesnake, but he did it as a slow country ballad. Oh yeah, for sure, Mark. With very few exceptions, she sounds just like her. Uh, and I think some of it's just the accent or her voice. But yeah, she crushed that song. Oh, look, telemarketer, what's this? Hello, telemarketer. How are you? Is this about my extended car warranty? My phone told me you're telemarketer. Aw, they hung up. Weird. They don't like when you talk shit to them. Um, but yeah, she was so close. I don't think I've ever heard anyone that close except for that girl that I was talking about in the bar band. Uh, that was amazing. But this guy, he does Here I Go Again as a country ballad, just him and a guitar. Wow. I want to find the whole song because I will react to that. Since I haven't heard the whole song, I can consider it a reaction. Or I can do it as a reaction. Well, I'm hoping he has the whole song on there, that it's not just a little TikTok clip, but I have not been able to find it. And I don't know if he's the same guy, but there's another guy that has done Paradise City, or was it Sweet Child of Mine, as a country ballad. And phenomenal. I was blown away by both of those, but I can't find them on YouTube. It's really weird. There are some super talented musicians out there and that we'll never hear of if it wasn't for TikTok and stuff. Hey, Keith, be safe, buddy. Well, be safe. You're not flying the plane, you're just riding. Have a good flight, buddy. Thanks for dropping in. Man, this has been a really good. We got 7 minutes left. This has been a really good one, man. Yep. Dropped in quick. Conversation took off. This has been shit, probably my favorite one in a while. This is outstanding. Oh, you don't need a parachute. Your odds are just as good riding a plane down as it would be if you just jumped out without a parachute. And you only need a parachute if you want to do it again. Did I ever tell you on my plane crash plan? I try to be prepared for everything. I have a plan for putting out my own lights, but I don't do that because it's got trigger words. I don't do it on YouTube because it's got trigger words that they don't like. I have a plan for prison. I have a plan for a plane crash. Do y'all want to know my plane crash plan? Mark, that's That's probably a pretty good plan, buddy. Okay, my plane crash plan is if I'm ever on a flight and I find out it's going to go down, I'm going to calmly stand up, strip completely naked, put my clothes in my carry-on bag, put it back in the overhead, sit back down, put my seatbelt on, and just wait for the crash. The reason for that is normally when a plane crashes, they'll say, today a plane crashed in Austin, Texas. 32 people lost their lives. That's it. But with them finding me naked, they'll be like, investigators are still trying to figure out why local comedian Bob Sixx was buck-ass naked on this flight. So my name will be on the air. Nobody else is going to be mentioned, just me. That's my plan, so that I go out with everybody going, why was that crazy bastard naked? Notoriety. That's the only reason I do that. That's also kind of my plan if I decide to shut out the lights for myself. If I ever decide to shut out my own lights, since y'all can see me, I can do this without saying the words. I'm going to break into someone's house that I don't know, get naked, slide into bed with them, and go. Yes, exactly. Get my last 15 minutes of fame. So if I ever shut up my own lights, I'll get naked, slide into bed with them. That way, when the police come up, this person will actually have to go, yes, that's my gun. No, I don't know him. I don't know why he's naked. They'll figure it out, but it's this guy having to tell the cops that. I think here in the States, you have to do that. Your first jump has to be tandem. I think it's because so many people panic. It won't come open. But I don't think we have an option here. I think you have to do tandem here. My daughter's done it. Fortunately, me and my Kempo instructor quit hanging out because that was next on the list. He was an adrenaline junkie too. So that was next on the list. I've ridden bulls, been snowboarding, ridden motorcycles. I haven't jumped out of a plane. Mark said he didn't need idiots up in the sky and refused to jump. My first jump was not tandem. They just said if we did not let go, they would speed up the plane until we did. Yeah, I don't know that. Oh shit, we only got a minute and a half. Hey, this has been outstanding. I will do another one of those ones where the cover is better than the original, or songs that people didn't know were covers. Man, y'all made this go by really quick. I enjoyed this so much. I appreciate that y'all come here every Thursday and spend a couple hours with me just talking about whatever comes to mind. Nobody gets butt hurt. Nobody comes in here with some silly shit to piss people off. We just have a great conversation and a lot of laughs. I really enjoy that. And I really appreciate it. And I will be back next Thursday, same time, same place. I hope y'all have a great week. Hey, John, you showed up just to hear me say goodbye. I appreciate that, buddy. But next time, 2:00 Central Standard Time. So be safe. Don't forget to tell your friends and family each and every time you leave that you love them, because you just never know. And that's going to be the last time you get a chance to tell them. Oh, I appreciate it, Mark. You're too kind. Hey, y'all be safe. Peace.